bridge. Keep going. West Fork parking lot. Keep going. There it is. Right there. Let's see if there's anybody here. Thing is, I don't know what any of them drive. So I'll just park somewhere here and take an actual, literally shot in the dark. Made it up here. Look familiar? It's not mine. This is one of the other guys, Grandpa Mike. Check out his cook set. Trangia. This is the Trangia what?
I think it's the 27.
Look at that steak he cooked with it. Oh man.
Sure is good.
He had the steak. I got Packard Gourmet. What's that? Ostentatious tortilla soup. Cooking it with this stove. This is called a what?
It's the Caldera.
Caldera cone. That's right. And the Tibetan titanium. That's the one. And I traded it with Mike here at that last trading post. By the way, the next trading post is going to be held here at this campground. I'll show you it in the morning. There we go. Trout on a log. Tortilla soup. Okay, here's what I got. I got this Thermarest. It's a half. And then I just got this heat sheet for the rest of the way. I use a heat sheet a lot for everything. So this heat sheet will be for my feet, my legs. And this, the pillow. And on top, and the top quilt, my hammock gear top quilt. There's no back to it, and I'll show it to you all in the morning. So the only thing enclosed is the foot box. It's got that on the bottom. And it's got little snaps. I've shown it to you on other videos. But it's just a top quilt. So it's pretty cold out here. You can see your breath. But I'm going to give this a shot. Okay, see this? This is the top quilt from hammock gear. Now there's no bottom to it. At the top, got this little latch. Your head goes through, and there's a drawstring. Pull it up tight around you. I stayed semi-warm last night. Not unbearable. Up until just a few minutes ago, there were 2 owls going. They were hooting all night long just across the trail here. I'm going to get out and get some coffee going. If I had my little REI solo cook set or something where I can keep the flame under control, I can actually cook in this porch. It's pretty close to this. There's a tie out here I didn't use. I could have kept that out. Mike didn't even close his door. It is turning over. Okay, I've walked down here to the beginning of the campgrounds. This is where you pay. Over this mound here is the trail to Smith Mountain. This goes up to Crystal Lake. There's Colbert Campground. This is where I'm going to hold the next trading post. Yeah, this is the something design. I've shown this on a previous video. It's Trail Designs. Real nice little stove. And this is the one I used last night. Titanium. Coffee. Some extra kick. Some oatmeal. I'm going to do a real short review on this separately. See, what'd you bring, Mike?
Oh, about my trends, yeah.
This is Mike, Grandpa Mike. I'll put
Hi.
a link to his channel right below mine.
Thank you.
So he's got some good videos, so one subscribe to this guy. And something of special interest to Colin from Colin Outdoors. He had this. This is what, first generation, huh?
I think so.
First generation Leatherman. And it's the what?
Super cool.
First generation Leatherman Super Tool. I remember these coming out when I was working at McDonnell Douglas back in, I would say, the early 90s to mid 90s. I remember this pouch. I remember all the welders went out and bought these things. Little did I know I'd be working for those guys years later. This is the cook setup that I traded Mike. And Mike's the first one to take me up physically on the learning to fly fish. A lot of you guys said you want to and you're going to, and 3 or 4 of you said you're going to be here today, which, by the way, you didn't show. It's fly rod. Matched it up with these Obi-Wan. This is the Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan.
Oh, okay.
Obi-Wan. Made by Galvin. And he'll be fishing this. I'll be fishing with Tenkara. I don't need a reel for this. This is the one off my Winston, but Tenkara fly box. Tippet, my leader. And here's a look at Mike's stove. The Trangia Deluxe. That steak I showed you last night, he cooked that steak on this Trangia. The site comes with a barbecue, but he was cooking it on this Trangia. That's a fry pan there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got a fry pan.
2 pots.
Two pots.
And a tea kettle.
And a tea kettle. And a strainer and lid.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah, it's a nice
setup.
unit.
It's got this little thing here so you can hook that different kind of stove to it, huh?
Yeah, like the, what do you call it? Compressed gas stove. So. Right, and which I have one, but I really like the alcohol. I mean, stove, that is.
Oh, and look what Santa brought him this year. Gransford Burks from Sweden.
It's the wildlife hatchet.
This comes from Freddie. Remember Hobbs? You guys remember Hobbs EXP? He no longer makes videos, unfortunately. He had some of the best videos around. Go back and check some of his. That guy makes a bow and arrow and arrows and arrowhead and fires it right on site. And this is what he slept in. This is Mike's Terra Nova. He's got a marmot bag. Let's see. You got the Neo Air, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's got the Neo Air. You got quite a bit of room. This is a Volkniven A2 F1. And he got this from a guy on eBay. Oh, there's this Sky Storm. It's nice. Look at that. And the rod's held in by this
Shock cord.
the shot cord here. Here, show how that works.
There. That out. There you go. Whoa. Set myself on fire.
That going in there, and the shot cord wraps around it.
Right. Holds it in place.
It's a nice one.
Yeah, we got water on the boil.
Oatmeal and some extremely strong coffee. It's almost like stew.
Melt your spoon.
Here's another knife from Sweden, right?
Mm-hmm.
Show the handle on that one.
Basically a carbon steel Mora with a slightly longer tang, goes back to here. I checked it with a magnet. And a curly birch handle and a really nice leather sheath. Very.
With the brass there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice
little brass spacer there. Feels really good. Carbon steel, so of course it discolors a little bit, but it's easy to sharpen and it's super sharp. I can shave with this thing. Well, not here, obviously.
Okay, we probably shouldn't do this. They'll probably shut our videos down. But I'm going to show you some topless video footage on this video. I'm going to show them some topless video footage.
Can you do that?
Ta-da! No tops. Twin Terra Novas. He has a Neo Air full. That's the one with the foil inside, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it works pretty well.
What do these tents weigh, Mike?
I want to say 2 pounds.
2 pounds for a full tent. And they pack up into this, which is about a 5-inch diameter by about 14 inches, maybe 15 inches. But I mean, it can compress way down to about 5 or 6 inches. Then you have this separate thing here with your stakes, guidelines, and your pole. See what I mean? This is the size of the actual tent. Now the fly is even smaller than this. The fly I can close my hand around. This is absolutely no weight. This is very small. I could put this in my pants pocket. I don't see any trout. It's a real slow moving pool. The trout will gather up right here near the dams where it's deep. Catch the food as it comes down and gets caught. If you don't see any there, most likely there's none in the little area here. Try a few casts and move on. I don't see any. Here's Mike. This is the first time you've tried?
Yep.
First day. First time fly fishing. That's the rod that guy gave me. He's just practicing casting. We haven't actually spotted any trout, although you don't always see them, but he's getting the hang of it.
Come on, there's got to be a big trout behind that rock. Nope.
I've been fishing right up here on this rock before and looked over and seen some deer coming up the canyon over here. As soon as they heard me crossing, though, they worked their way back down, staying just out of range. Getting any easier?
Not really. I gotta work on my accuracy.
Fish on!
I'm getting worse instead of better.
Push it.
Push it. Okay.
Push more. Make it shoot forward.
Okay. yeah.
That's better. You want to come to about 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock. And then on the last one, maybe 3 o'clock, where you push it forward and shoot it.
See, fellas, free fly casting lessons. See what you missed out on? I bet your daughter is better at this than I am.
Well, I'll put a link to your YouTube channel, but it was what?
Mine?
Yeah.
Grandpa Mike OC.
Grandpa Mike OC. The only guy to show up and get the free fly fishing lessons. And he liked it. He's gonna
Absolutely.
pick up his own rod and give it a shot. So I'm sure you'll see videos with him fishing with me again. We're headed out of here right now though.
Alrighty, let's hit the trails.